This is Lola Lee T. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. So I wanted to highlight another clip from Marsh's podcast interview that she did with Louie. Shout out to Louie the 13th on YouTube. So last night I ran out of time and I couldn't include this in the first video, but I'm actually happy that I didn't because it's a completely different topic. So this part of the clip, Marsh speaks about her fight with Tesehki on Baddies East, I believe. I think it was Baddies East. Now, if y'all remember, Tesehki had beat up Marsh real bad. Look at her face right here. And I felt so bad for her because look at her face. I mean, Tesehki does what she does, right? And Marsh hasn't really talked much about it or seemed to want to. And maybe she just wanted us to mind our business. Who knows, right? Because, you know, Marsh doesn't like us in her business. So maybe Marsh was embarrassed with what Tesehki had did to her face, what she did to her. So on this podcast, Marsh speaks on her business. She finally talks about what happened. And I gotta say that I really like how she responded to this question and, you know, how she opened up about the whole Tesehki situation. So I gotta admit, I was really happy that she opened up about all this because, like I've said to you guys before, I'm extremely nosy. I am a nosy blogger and I want to know the business. I want to know the business. So thank you, Marsh, for sharing.
Like, for example, the big elephant in the room, like, let's talk about it, right? Okay, so, like, for example, yeah, I fought my friend's sister, right? But I can't really talk too much about why, because it's other people involved in it. Like I said, I'm a loyal person. So it's like, I'm not here to be messy. You kind of get what I mean? I'm just here to tell the truth and be real truthful because people just be lying. Yes, that's serious. But, like, so, for example, right? It's kind of like, when it comes down to certain things, it's like this, right? It's like, okay, boom. Everything cool, copacetic, calm, or whatever. I got a big sister that get on my nerves too, so I'm not really worried about it. But like, it's like I don't really get in sister problems. It's not really my role. Like, and I've been around. Like, the thing about it is, like, I have a history with my friend's family. Like we're family. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that y'all don't understand. Like, I had a history. Like, we done really thugged it together. Like, me and my friend's family, and Chrisean's family, we done thugged it together. It's not for the public. Like, you kind of get what I mean. So it's kind of like, this perspective that people have, it's kind of like it's a lot of them, so I meet them one at a time. Everybody got their own feeling about me. Because
do you find it hilarious sometimes because you're like, oh my gosh, like people really like are fucking speculating. I'm getting
but it's like the thing about it is just like I'm not gonna lie, in Chrisean's life, like, she put us right here. Like, you kind of get what I mean. Like, and I'm talking like above people. Like, you kind of not like in a weird way, but it's just the truth. Like, I don't know how to answer these questions without lying or like being like indirect or whatever. Like, just being honest. Like, it's just like. It's like she put us in a certain space in her life for real. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like, sometimes you guys, they don't like that. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, I'm just be honest. So when I first met Latifah, because I didn't know her artist name or whatever. When I first met her, she was cool, honestly. Like, I still don't have a problem with her. I never had a problem with her. The problem wasn't my problem. It was just rocking right or wrong. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like, I never really had a problem with her ever. When I met her, we was going bowling. Like, we was doing the regular shebang that we usually do when we all out with Blue, Chrisean, like the regular lifestyle stuff. I never.
Are you guys cool now? Or
yeah. I don't know her. That's the thing. I only had one exchange with her, like, on a personal level, to kind of get to know her, and it was like, it was decent. It wasn't like we was just all being bubbly fun. Like, it wasn't like she was getting on Chriseaners a little bit, but that's regular. That's kind of normal. You kind of get what I mean? So I was just like, okay, whatever, type shit.
You know, I was scared for you when you fought her.
Why?
Shit, she was a big ass girl.
Yeah, small, huh?
Yeah, y'all look small.
Everybody was in uniform. That's
the thing. We always dress alike. I don't know. It's like we really do. Me and Jason.
That was my favorite part.
Like, we always dress alike.
No, because you know we already performers since we little.
Like, it's
so
my friend. And that's what we do. And it's not even
like
we perform together. And it's like we just, that's part. So it really wasn't about that. Like, just being honest. It's just like, okay, so boom, like, an exchange had happened or whatever. And it's just like, my friend felt a certain type of way. Like, she felt. When I was talking to her, it didn't give the usual energy. Like, it gave like something was really wrong. And then she's pregnant and a lot of different things. So I'm like, what? So I'm back to night when I said we was at this club. So we're already there, me and Janet. So we go to the Sprinter or whatever. So the whole exchange is happening again. Latifah's standing on like this chair in the Sprinter or whatever. And she like saying something. So I'm just like, sure to get down. Like, she like, what? I'm like, get down. So then we just start squabbling. Jumping, that was just a storyline. That was not a truthful thing. Now, Jay did hit her, but that was when I was far away from her at that time. So we squabbled. Yeah, that's the truth. The only thing that she did in that squabble was push me. It was like she got attacked. So it's not like I snuck her. I didn't sneak her at all. I said, get down. She probably not from Cali, so she don't probably understand the language, but she caught my drift eventually. And then so we're just squabbling. Like, you kind of get what I mean? So she probably got one little good hit in, and she pushed me, and then there was people behind me. So then I backed up against the wall in the sprinter. But mind you, this fight, there was no security. There was nothing. It was like a personal thing. Like, you kind of get what I mean? I was irritated at that time. So, because what was delayed to me. So I'm just like, what's going on for real? So that's what it was about. All the details, that's not really super important. Yeah. But it just had a lot to do with just like certain like snake stuff. It wasn't my problem, so I can't speak on the situation because it was something that was just told to me about something that was going on with a feeling. I don't know if it was all truthful, it was more attitude, more than less, but I didn't care because it was coming from my friend.
And that's crazy that you say that, because the way that you stood on it on 10 motherfucking toes showed how real that you are, and how much like, you love your friends, and that is real.
So then when we fight in a sprinter or whatever, it was a squabble. There was nothing wrong with me. It was like a regular day. Like, I've been fighting all my life, so there was nothing wrong. So the security literally had to come into the sprinter and get us. I didn't have a mark on my body. Like, you kind of get what I mean? That's a fact. So it's like, if you pay attention, Tesehki is a defensive fighter. She's not an attack fighter. So it's like, it just caught her off guard, to be honest. But I didn't sneak her. Like, we were eye to eye when I threw my first punch on her. So that was just that. Okay, so then who was there? I think it's Lemmy's sister or whatever. She was kind of close to her. What happened? She was the one that called the security to come to the sprinter in the first place. You kind of get what I mean? So, but you can watch when you pull us off the sprinter. There's a light-skinned security guard. I kicked my foot, so he tried to like kind of attack me, come tough at me. But mind you, I said we're a nuisance. We're really annoying. So I don't really think he's too fond of us. I don't know if he likes us or not, but I'll say he's not too fond of us. Then there's a security guard named Ant. He's a big dark-skinned dude. He grabbed me like, yo, back up. Like, I got her. She good. Whatever. So then the fight dispersed or whatever. And then I'm asleep, chilling, whatever. That happens or whatever. But then before the next day, when everything becomes like a big thing, or when the network is asking us all these different things, I was asleep when that happened. But directly after the fight, it's like there was GoPros in that sprinter. So Latifah, she grabbed the GoPro. I didn't know it was GoPros in that sprinter because I didn't ride on that sprinter. But this was supposed to be a private thing. It didn't need to be. You kind of get what I'm saying? It wasn't really about TV. It was just about you guys. Yeah, because if that was the case, it could have happened on stage. Whatever.
You guys were going somewhere.
Yeah, we went to the performance. This happened after the performance. All of that. Grabbed the GoPros up. Like, it's footage of this online. Like, she grabbed the GoPro. She threw them to her homegirl named Tay Tay in the crowd or whatever. So she threw them to her homegirl or whatever. So that footage, I don't know what she did with it. It's never to be seen. But if that's the true story, why would you throw it away to somebody? Like, you kind of get what I mean? And then my phone got lost in that sprinter too because it was sitting on the table. So when it was like all these narratives being thrown around at that time, like, it just wasn't true. You kind of get what I mean? Like, I just didn't have a phone and I need to get a phone and I'm out of town. Y'all know how I go with your iCloud, all that type of stuff. So it was just challenging. I'm in a whole nother state. I don't got no proof of address, nothing. Like, it was just hard to get a phone, to be honest. So it just took me a couple of days to get a phone. So at this point, they just going rampant crazy online, saying all these different things.
So here is a little bit more footage just showing what Marsh is talking about. It was pretty much mayhem. People were throwing eggs at Chrisean. I think somebody threw a bottle of water at her as well. Tesehki is just losing her mind. Just here's this clip. So you guys know I'm going to play what Tesehki's friend said around that time, because you guys know me. I am in everybody's business. I'm in the friend's business. I'm in Chrisean's business, Tesehki's business, everybody's business. So this is Tesehki's friend, someone from her team. She was big mad. She had something to say here. Listen to this.
About Chrisean and her people. They releasing every motherfucking thing on the blog. It's her. Yeah. I'm not talking about Zeus. I'm talking about Chrisean. She has her own thing. She thinks she's Zeus. It's for Zeus. Yeah. Bitch. She thinks she running shit over here. No, for real. This bitch thinks she for Zeus. She got her own team. They fucking play games. They get in your stories. They play on your phone. They create fake narratives. When they like y'all put the water out first. Y'all wanted to make it seem like Tesehki just threw the water on Chrisean. But that was never the case, baby. That was never never the case. That happened after you got your friends to come on a sprinter, and then this was so crazy that some that y'all not know on-go type bitches. Because she didn't fight the bitches at the house. Exactly. That she wanted her to. Exactly. That's why she even said all that. Bitches been around. Chrisean got her friends to get on Tesehki spray. And they claim that wasn't a part of the show. So we can talk about that. They claim that wasn't a setup. So we can talk about that. She set her sister up to get
or whatever. So then the day of the actual fight, so the next day I'm asleep, the network calls us like, oh yeah, we want to try to fight online. But I'm like, okay, cool. That's not a big deal to me.
So that you knew?
No, I was just like, I already squabbled with this girl, so I'm not intimidated at all. You get what I mean? So it's like, it's just going to be another squabble to me. But
that's crazy.
You kept it G. I'm not going to lie. You kept it G.
No, but it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, y'all got
you just to fight.
Yeah, no, but it's not even that.
Camera just to fight.
So basically, but so the thing about it is,
but everybody waited for that episode though.
That part, no, but this is the thing though. This is the thing. So my first fight was with the girl on TV was at one of the auditions. I think the Baddies East auditions. Okay. It was with Cuzzo. It's an artist, but I didn't have no problem with her either. It was just like, I'm right and wrong. Like, you kind of get what I mean? It was just in a certain exchange that took place that should have just made her know that it was, like, not sweet like that. You kind of get what I mean? So she ended up on stage. And I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, nothing like that. Like, this ain't even that, because I never even posted the embarrassment that it could have caused her, because I'm not like that. I really don't care. Mm. So it's like, I hit her, she fell on the ground. Then I got on top of her, boom, 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 hit her. Then we had another fight after that, because she's like, no, she snuck me. So I'm like, oh, we can go again. But the network didn't really let you fight. I see that more so on Now That's TV, to be honest, like real squabbles. So I'm riding in the sprinter the day that we supposed to have the actual fight when we were in outfits and stuff like that. I'm riding in the sprinter with, it's me, Jay, Chrisean, who else? And Daryl and Lemmy. Those are people that's like the CEOs of people that I know that be making the plays for the business or whatever. So what they tell me, like, it's gonna be like the other, like what they said, basically, like I have a trust factor for them to an extent, like you gotta get them because they be dishing out bread for us. So it's like, I don't know, I'm really from the hood. No, I ain't really had nobody take care of me or do nothing for me like that since my baby daddy. So it's like, they be looking out for real. So it's like, I just have like a comfort zone with them. So what they said, I don't know if it was intentional, but what that did, it just let my guard down. You kind of get what I mean? So it's kind of like, I didn't go into the situation thinking like, oh, I'm really finna have like a street fight on TV. I already had a street fight and I was perfectly fine. Facts. Janet did hit her, but we never jumped her. Like, in that sprinter, she was never jumped, bro. Like, she hit her, that's a fact, but that was when our fight was broken up. She was not near me, and I was not near her. It was not like we both took off on this girl. That is storyline stuff, but that's how reality TV go. Anybody who know how reality TV go know that that's a fact. Like, there's storylines that's connected to stuff. So it's like, that's that, right? And then, when we having a fight or whatever, like I go, I'm not really thinking that we finna really fight. That's why it's like, if you check my energy, like I'm just nonchalant. She's serious as hell, but I'm just like, oh, she must just be acting like that for the camera.
So your energy,
so I'm just chilling. Like I'm like nonchalant for real. So it's like, boom, we go up for the fight. You see, she swing on me. I dodge it. I'm swinging on her. She back up. It's like that for a cool little minute. Then she finally connect and get a hit in, and then that's when I'm like threw off. But you're gonna see the security guard be like, that's enough, because the fight is really supposed to be over. Like.
So when Marsh had her fight with Tesehki and she did her face the way she did, she is giving the impression here that it was a storyline in her mind. She wasn't expecting a real fight. And I do remember her on a live, it's on my channel, where she was saying that it wasn't really a real fight. It was just for TV. And it wasn't supposed to go as long as it did. But you know what? I think for Tesehki, this was a real fight. I think for Tesehki, because of what happened on the sprinter, she was going to get her lick back. And here's Tesehki on her live, very, very happy. And here's Tesehki on her Instagram live back in August of 2023. She's very pleased with herself because she got her lick back with Marsh. I just wanted to play a little clip of that for you guys.
Just know, you cannot jump a bitch like me and think I ain't gonna fucking eat you up less than 24 hours, baby. Less than 24 hours. Bro. Jay got knocked the fuck out.
Babe, I'm trying to pick it up the phone.
I can't hear nobody talking. Yo, that bitch Jay got knocked the fuck out.
I don't know. I just was trying. I was in shock. But the dude with the braids, the big light skinned dude, he's like, he pushes Aunt back. Like, this is all on camera. Like, you kind of get what I mean. So it's like, it's nothing to lie about. And it's like, I actually had 3 fights when it came down to Zeus Network. So the first one was with Baddies West at that audition. But that was behind the stage before the things even went out. I was dragging a girl. I squad with the girl because she was really mad at me. I don't know what she was trying to do. It's like because Chrisean did Baddies South first. Then we did Baddies West after that. That's when I was in the mix now because we back in California. So boom, I'm instantly there. I had a fight. Stunning girl even saw that. People asked her. I'm beating a girl ass. And then Chrisean just jumped in it like and hit the girl banged her real quick or whatever. But like that was that. I had that fight with them, but that was like it wasn't like during the production side, so it was like a squabble, like a regular street squabble. Like, you know what I'm talking about? And then I got witnesses. That's why I love a witness. But like, boom, that was that. Then the other fight with Cuzzo. But it's like Cuzzo, she was kind of cool. I almost could give her props because it's like, boom, I had a squabble with her. I hit her on the I hit her when she was just sitting there talking. I didn't feel like I snuck her. I feel like she should have known that it was going to be a problem for real. She should have been on toes. But whatever happened, what happened. Then we fought again. But then she came to my show and snuck me. I'm going to keep it real. She came to my show and snuck me. What? Yeah, she came all the way, took a flight to LA. And I almost could have had some respect for her just as like on some street dealings type stuff. But then it was like, I chased you. Well, I didn't really chase you down. I was just leaving the scene. And then I saw her run into a liquor store. And I ran in a liquor store and I did the same thing to her. I punched her square up and knocked her ass down. And then it's like, I dragged her. And then the security got into it, the people at the store and stuff like that. I got hit in the face by a security guard. And Deja, her boyfriend at the time, he tried to come in the store and attack too. So the store just was confused. So they started macing all of us. So all of us ended up getting maced and shit like that. But it's like, you could have had your one up, but it's like you fucked up when I caught back up with you and you was really running, and then I got you in the store.
So she did all of that and she was whack as fuck.
Yeah, so it's like you didn't really keep it 100. But I don't know. I feel like she was just mad and just wanted her lick back for real. Bitch, yeah. No, I just feel like she was just upset and wanted her lick back. Like nobody wants to be embarrassed on TV. You kind of get what I mean? And I did embarrass her, but see, that's my headspace.
But don't come for me because I'm gonna embarrass you again, bitch.
That part, no, but it's like my headspace was just like. Sorry. I just wasn't thinking like I'm just thinking like you talking shit about my friend. Like I'm just gonna pop you in the mouth because I know who you trying to be funny towards. And that was that. But she felt like the fight wasn't valid. So it's like even when Lamel and Daryl telling me what they telling me, it's like my headspace is like, oh, it's just finna. He like it's gonna be like the other one. Like it's like my headspace not thinking like that. Like I already had a fight really on TV when it was production involved. They don't really let you fight. They don't really, it's not really like that. You kind of get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So overall, my guard was just down. You kind of get what I mean? Yeah. Now, the impact of that is because, like, yeah, I'm from a hood. Yeah, whatever. Like, they don't like that, of course. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, because I grew up, the people I grew up with, they don't like that. My sister definitely don't like that. Stuff like that. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? So, it's like, that part is a factor, but I'm going to chop it over with my sister so y'all can meet Princess or whatever. We're going to be back.
Shout out, Princess.
Right, so it's like, it's like stuff like that, but like other than that, it's kind of like it really wasn't a big deal to me. It's just like when people try to take scenarios and make them bigger, like to me they look lame. Like I don't have nothing to prove. Like we can fight again, I don't care. Like you kind of get what I mean. But me personally, I don't have anything to prove. Like and the people who sitting in these spaces, like everybody, like that's the word. Y'all invalid. Y'all. What is it? Y'all qualified to have y'all own opinions and believe what y'all want to believe, right? But it's like the people that's involved with this, they know that it's just 100. Like, I don't care. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, I'm not really tripping like that. Like, you kind of get what I mean? So, still in all, I feel like I really didn't have much to prove. Like, I still don't feel like I have nothing to prove. It was kind of like, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't throw the footage off the sprinter, then if that was really what you was trying to prove, you would have let the world see that. Mm-hmm. Like, you get what I'm talking about? Like, if you really felt like you kind of get what I mean? Like, you didn't really keep it 100. So, like, it's the same thing like with Shorty's. But I used that scenario only because that's what made me have a comfort zone when they were telling me what they was telling me on the sprinter. You kind of get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was just how that went. You kind of get what I mean? So I just fought somebody that was really serious when my guard was down. So I didn't think it was really going to be like a real squabble on TV. And that's just really the truth. That's my perspective. That was amazing. So yeah, she got the best of me. And that's cool. I really don't care because like I said, I don't feel like I have nothing to prove because I just feel like, to me personally, it's like I feel low-key set up to an extent. Mm-hmm. But it's like...
I could see that.
But it's like... Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, like y'all all weird as hell. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, what y'all on for? Like, that's nothing. Like, what y'all on for real? So it's just like whatever. But that hasn't really impacted my life. I'm sure people know it, but when they see me, like, people are cowards. They don't have the balls to be like, oh, like, how do you feel? Like, nobody does that. Like, you kind of get what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, but I wish people did. Like, I really don't mind. I'm open. Like, I invite all questions, all
very
everything.
Open.
All right, so we heard from Marchinee, Marsh. A bit of a contradiction there. She doesn't want people in her business, but she wants people in her business.
I feel like people need to learn to mind their business.
I thought this was a really good interview. I loved how Louie allowed her to talk and he didn't interrupt her very much. I really loved that. Now, as for this footage of the GoPro being taken by Tesehki's friends, if anybody has that footage, please send it to me on Instagram. I would love to see that. And I mean, kudos to Marsh. She held her own. Kudos to Marsh. And she is saying here that she did feel kind of set up, but she would still go toe-to-toe again with Tesehki. And like I said, I am in awe of that. I am in awe of that she would do that because, Tesehki, the way she fights. So, for Marsh to say that, I am very impressed. But what she said about the GoPro being taken is very interesting because why would Tesehki's friends take that GoPro footage? Could it be because that Marsh maybe won that round in the sprinter? That's the only reason that I could see them taking the GoPro footage. And also, that's very expensive equipment, so I can't really see Zeus saying, okay, take our equipment and you don't have to pay for it. I don't know about that. But anyway, if anybody has that footage, please send it my way. This was a great interview. I'm going to link this interview, the full interview, in my description. So head over to Louie's channel. Go watch the full interview. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys. Bye.